Good morning. It is currently 4:27 a.m. I'm packing up. We're about to head out again, heading up to the airport to go on a business trip again. This is actually for work today. The weather's not so nice today as it's going to be storming all morning. So when I leave here today, it's 70 degrees and hot and humid. It's going to rain the whole trip. And then when I get to where I'm going, it's going to be 40 and 50 degrees. So it's going to be fun. Oh, that's better. It's 4:45 in the morning and I'm heading out on a business trip work. And as you can tell, the weather's not very pleasant. I'm actually going on this trip for work, not my photography business, but my work. And the weather is not very nice today. And my flight is at 8:40. Guess who has two thumbs and just missed his flight? For some reasons, I thought my flight was taking off at 8:40 this morning. So I had breakfast, got something to drink, and then I got to the gate and I was about 2 or 3 minutes late and they closed. And in my mind, I was like, the flight's it's boarding at 8:40, but turn out it's departing at 8:40. So anyway, have some chocolate milk. So anyway, I gotta be on standby for the 12:15 flight. And if that doesn't work, because that flight's full, then I gotta take a 4:15 flight. So I'll be here all day. This is a little nasty. Look at this. Look at the window. Look at the window. That's our dirt from the outside. Hello from Cincinnati, Ohio. Finally made it to the hotel. I've been traveling since 4:15 this morning, and when I was up, no one was up because Starbucks wasn't open, Dunkin' wasn't open. So it's been somewhat not a good traveling day so far. Long story short, I missed my first flight. Have never missed a flight before, but I can add that to my list now. I got to the airport early enough, but then for some reasons, I thought that boarding was at 8:40 instead of departure was at 8:40. So in my mind, I was getting to the gate early and I got there at 8:15. And I was wondering, but first, let's back up. The gate wasn't where I thought it was. I thought B1 was right to my right, but turned out it's down the whole thing. It went backwards, so B1 was all the way at the end. So by the time I walk all the way to the end, they already closed the plane. And I didn't know what to do. I had never not made it for a flight before. I've always been early. That's me. I just want to be early. So then I walk all the way back down to the end of the tunnel-ish corridor, and I asked the lady at the desk. I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed my flight." So she put me on standby for the next one, which is at 12:15. So it was a 3 hours delay. So then I was like, well, I used some of this time to do some work. So that's what I did for a little while. During this time, I sat down, got my computer out, and all of these outlets on this one bench did not work. So I stood up, walked around 3 or 4 times to find a table with some outlet. Then, when I found one with the outlet, I left my suitcase. So obviously, this guy did, he sneakily, but I guess I'm glad he did, he contacted security to come and find somebody who got the bag. Anyway, so so they came, and then I guess they became suspicious at me because I walked back and forth and back and forth and back and forth 3 or 4 times. So then I started working for a little while, and then I sat there and I was like, yeah, but I need to be early for this flight. I can't miss this one. So I closed all my stuff and walked down like an hour and a half early for this other flight. And I sat there and waited. And I went and asked the agent, the gate agent, I was like, hey, is there anything I can do to get on this next flight because I missed the first one? He said, nope, there's nothing you can do. You just sit here and wait until we assign seats to everybody, and then you will find out. I waited and waited, and then so this flight was at 12:15, so it was 11:40, they started boarding. People on the list, there was a long wait list too. There were a lot of them, and I guess a lot of people fly on wait lists because it's cheaper. Long story short there, I waited and waited, and people's names were getting called, except for me. And then at the very end, like the gate was about to close. It was like 12 o'clock. The guy looked at me, one of the gate agents looked at me, and he was like, hey, why don't you go? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting on. Then I went to scan my pass, and he was like, nope, that's not you. You're the wrong name. He's still coming. So then this other guy came running down the corridor behind me, got in line. I was like, shoot, I missed it. So then we waited some more, and then he came back and he was like, all right, it's your turn. So I was the very last one to get on the plane. And I was just praying the whole time. I was like, Lord, please let me get out of here. I would never be late again. And God answered the prayer because I got on that plane. To make the day even better, we got to flying, and I was getting tired. I was gonna work on the flight, and then I was like, no, I'm too tired. I can get my stuff out. It's a short flight. It's not worth it. So I sat there and I started falling asleep, and suddenly out of nowhere, I felt a drop. So we ran into some turbulence, and the weather was bad and the air was thin, so the plane just dropped. I woke up, I was like, oh, what happened? People were screaming in the airplane. Then the day gets better. So I was supposed to ride from the airport to this place, to this hotel with my coworkers. But because I was late, they went on, and then I was gonna take an Uber. So I went out, set up an Uber, I booked it, and I stood there and wait because it says taxi, and I thought taxis and Ubers are the same. So as I stood there and waited for my Uber, where I paid 50 bucks for. It's about 20 miles from the airport, so it was 50 bucks. And where I paid 50 bucks for this Uber, I sat there and waited, and I was like, this Uber is not coming to me. I'm not in the right spot. So here I go again, charting across the airport to get to where my Uber was. So anyways, I'm here. This is somewhat a nice hotel. I didn't book this, one of my co-workers booked it, so I just booked it here with him so we can ride together to our event tomorrow. Which I didn't tell you, what am I doing here? I'm here for my work, not photography, my work with my company, and we are going to an FAT, which spells fat. And don't get offended because it's really not anything offensive. FAT stands for Factory Acceptance Testing. We had bought some equipment, and now we're here to make sure that it runs before we bring it to our facility. You would hate to track this equipment from Ohio to Alabama just to find out it doesn't work. So that's why we're here. Man, what a day. I'm not quite sure about this hotel either. It seems really nice. Look how historic. I mean, so I show you that the windows over here can use some cleaning. The wood is somewhat nice. It's hardwood. However, my lights right here does not work. I wonder if the air works. We will see. The bed looks nice. The room looks nice. The mattress is just okay. It's not really nice, but it's not really terrible. So it's just okay. This is what we traveled through today, and this is what's still here. So I'm not quite sure about this place. So Hilton, since I just signed up for your membership program and you're listening, or if you're watching this video, just look into this. Since my flight was at noon and I was so nervous about missing my flight, I didn't really have anything to eat, so I'm about to go find some snacks. Then I turn around and it's raining outside again, so I can't walk anywhere. So I'll probably go downstairs. They have a little restaurant, so I'll look and see what's down there and possibly get me a snack. Then we're gonna go find somewhere nice to eat for dinner. That's what really is what's gonna happen. The vlog is not over. I decided that since it's only 3 p.m. and we don't eat until like 5 or 5:30, if I didn't go get something to eat, it would not be good for me or anyone. The Hangry Monster will come out. Then I started looking up some fast food restaurants around here to see what is there to eat. The closest one was a Jimmy John's, but it's got like a 2-star Yelp rating. I was gonna try it, and as I walked down there, this popped up. The Potbelly sandwich. It has really good ratings on Yelp, and people talk about how good the food was. So I walked in there, and I want to give it a try. Look at this. Look at this right here. I got the wreck, which is all their meats. It's supposed to be the signature sandwich. So we're about to find out how signature it is. Pretty good, I must say. Trading some chips for a red velvet cookie. I was gonna get one, but then I thought it just looks too good. But apparently by here, there's a big old town center that's pretty, and we might get to tour it one day. So I'm gonna eat this real quick, then I'm gonna try and do some more work, and then we'll go to dinner. And then we got a big day tomorrow, so yeah. Don't you know it's rude to stare while people are eating? Bye.